Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki, known here as the One-Handed Bandit here on YouTube. And this is a pretty much of a spontaneous look that I'm doing today. I am going out this evening, so I just wanted to do some makeup. My brows aren't looking very even, so I'll probably go back and fix those after I'm done. But I recently got a palette that I thought I didn't want, and let me tell you why I didn't want this palette. I didn't want it because I'm tired of palettes where there's 5, 6, 7 shades that I can't wear because I am a deeper skin tone. So because of that, I thought that the shades in the top row were extremely light. And I can tell you firsthand, sometimes when you see palettes on the internet, online, on Trendmood, wherever you see, even Instagram, sometimes photos are edited just to give more appealing to the general public. And I noticed that from the photos, there were about 5 shades in the top row that I thought would be ashy on me and would probably be just brow bone highlights. So I saw the palette in person and I fell in love. The package, the palette that I am talking about is what some people are calling the palette of summer 2018, and that is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. And let me show you what the palette looks like. These are the shades in the palette. Now, if you look at the first 5 shades in the top row, these shades look very, very light. And I can tell you, in person, they are not. They look like they could be lid shades, they can be brow bone highlights, they could even possibly pass for highlighters for your face. That's how nice they are. I mean, these shades are absolutely amazing. I have not dug into the palette. As you can see, nothing has been swatched. I haven't even put a brush to any of the shades yet. And I did purchase this palette with my own money. I was not sent this through PR. I'm on no one's PR list yet, but we will speak that into existence. So, I'm going to give my honest opinion on these shadows, so if you want to rock with me as I create a look today, then keep watching. So I also recently placed an order with ColourPop, and I ordered the Zodiac palette, and I'm going to be honest, the only shade that I was excited about was the shade Pisces, because I am a Pisces. So I was excited about that shade, and the price was pretty reasonable. I mean, if it was a $40 or $50 palette, I would not have purchased it. It was $18. I got it on the day that it launched. So I ordered that, as well as this concealer that I have on my eyes, which is the ColourPop concealer on the lightest shade, which is this is Fair 00. So it's the lightest shade. It is white. It's exactly how it appears, white. So you know, when you use a white base, shadows do come out more pigmented. So I wanted to try out their white base just to see how it would play on some shades. So, beginning with the Born to Run palette, I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. So as my brow bone highlight, I will be using this shade Blaze. And let's just apply Blaze right at the arch. And this is just with a pointed Luxie brush. I think this is a concealer brush. Okay. And the first shade I'm going to use in the palette is, let's start with this shade here, Weekender. It is a little lighter than my skin tone, but it's a good transition shade. So let's start with that. It does help out with the color showing up a little more. But the rest of the palette, there are more deeper shades. So even if you go in with a darker concealer, you'll pretty much see the shadows. Because this palette does seem very, very pigmented so far. And also to note, I did not set my concealer on my lid. I just wanted the concealer to be tacky and for the shadow to grab onto the Luxie brush. This is a 205 tapered blending brush, just to blend this out. As you can see, there's no pickup in the palette, no kick up whatsoever. So the next shade that I'm going to use is this shade here called Hell Ride. And I'm going to add that just a little bit lower where I added Baja. Very pigmented as well, just like that. Back in with Baja just to blend out Hell Ride. I do look a little different from the last time you saw me. I had some technical difficulties, but I didn't do anything else other than to add that same concealer to my lids, and I cut my crease. And that is about it. So I'm just going to make sure that that concealer is blended out completely. And there is no creasing. So you can barely see Hell Ride. So I'm just going to go back into Hell Ride just a little bit, just to define that crease line. And I'm going in with a very small brush like this. It does have some gold shimmer colors, and so far this shade Hell Ride, it does have just a little bit of a kick up on it, but not much, nothing to cry about. It's gone. So for my lid shade, I don't know, I don't want to do a gold because I always do gold. Okay, let's use this purple shade here called Guilt Trip. And let's add that on the lid. It's purple. Purple is my favorite color. So I'm not going to do my full look on camera because this video is all about the Born to Run palette. So if you would like to see the rest of the look, I'll probably have to do another video. But I really wanted to keep this one very short and focus on the shadows and their pigmentation and blendability. And as you can see, they glide on really, really well. Should brighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to flip to the other side of the same brush. So this side has the product on it, and then this side has no product. And I'm going to, just to lighten up my lid a little bit, I'm going to add some gold, and I'm going to add this shade here, Stranded, just to the inner portion of my eye. Two shades on my lid. And I'm just going to go back into this brush that I used to add Hell Ride, and just to blend out the cut. Bit of Baja on this eye. Looks like I lost that just a little bit.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Use the same 504 brush with Baja on it, just to add some color on my bottom lash line. I know I might have to go over it again, and actually that brush is too big. So I'll use this small shader brush. It looks like it has some backing with Baja on the shader brush. And I'm just gonna blend it out. Mascara, lashes, and foundation, and I'll come back before I do my lips, just so you can see the final.
for those who